Hello, today we are going to share on the readings of the 17th Sunday. The Lord and the Old Testament kings, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream at night. God said, "Ask something of me and I will give it to you." Solomon answered, "Lord, O God, O Lord my God, you have made me your servant, king to succeed my father David. But I am a mere youth, not knowing at all how to act. I serve you in the midst of the people whom you have chosen." So Solomon was afraid that he was too young and did not have enough experience and knowledge to govern the people. So he said this to God in his dream. And the people that he needed to govern was a people vast that it cannot be numbered or counted. Then Solomon said, "Give your servant, therefore, an understanding heart to judge your people and to distinguish right from wrong. For who is able to govern this vast people of yours?" So Solomon asked God to give him an understanding heart so that he could judge well, judge the people, govern well, distinguish right from wrong. This is very important to govern the people. The Lord was pleased that Solomon made this request. God was pleased with Solomon that he requested this. Why? Because you have asked for this not for a long life, nor for riches, nor for the life of your enemies. That means you did not ask for long life for yourself, you did not ask for riches for yourself, and you did not ask that you would be able to kill all your enemies. So Solomon did not ask for that. But you asked for understanding so that you may know what is right. I do as you requested. I give you a heart so wise and understanding that there has never been anyone like you up to now. And after you, there will come no one equal to you. So God promised Solomon to give him wisdom and understanding so that he would be able to govern the people well. So here, this in his dream, this happened between him and God. And the Old Testament, the first reading did not mention about Solomon's wisdom, but I add this here so that you would, if you have not. If you do not know this example, this would give you an example of Solomon's wisdom. Two mothers came and with two babies, but one baby was dead and one baby was alive. But both claimed that this baby, living baby, belongs to them. And the dead one belongs to, they would claim that the dead one belonged to the other one. the other mother. So Solomon asked the soldier to take out his sword and to cut the baby into two and give one half to each mother. And this mother was say, all right, do it, do it. But this one said, no, don't do it. Give the baby to the other one. So Solomon said, all right, and this baby belongs to you. And this mother must be punished for telling a lie and claiming the other mother's baby. So he used this to make sure who was the real mother. So this is one example. And another example would be that the Queen of North Africa came from a long way to Solomon to get to know more about his wisdom. So this is the Old Testament reading. Now we come to the letter to the Romans, community of Romans. Brothers and sisters, we know that all things work for good for those who love God. If you love God, you will work for good, and who are called according to his purpose. For those he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, so that he might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. So God the Father wanted the people who love him to be like Jesus, to be conformed to the image of Jesus, his Son, God the Son, so that he would be the firstborn. And those he predestined, he also called, and those he called, he also justified, and those he justified, he also glorified. So God would predestine people and would call them, justify them, and in the end would let them share in his glory. So this is the second reading. Now we come to the Gospel. And the Gospel, today's Gospel, Jesus would talk about the kingdom of heaven. And the main point would be the kingdom of heaven should be the most precious thing. And we should seek the kingdom of heaven as the most precious thing. The first example, the kingdom of heaven is like a treasure buried in a field, which a person finds and hides again, and out of joy goes and sells all that he has and buys the field. So he would see the treasure as the most precious thing. Kingdom of God, kingdom of heaven. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant seeking for fine pearls. When he finds a pearl of great price, he goes and sells all that he has and buys it. So again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net thrown into the sea, which collects fish of every kind. When it is full, they haul it ashore and sit down to put what is good into buckets, what is bad they throw away. Thus it will be at the end of the age. The angels will go out and separate the wicked from the righteous and throw them into the fiery furnace. So here, separating the good from the bad. And throwing them into the fiery furnace, where there will be wailing and grinding of teeth. Do you understand all these things? They answered yes. And he replied, then every scribe who has been instructed in the kingdom of heaven is like the head of a household who brings from his storeroom both the new and the old. So if we understand the kingdom of heaven as the most precious, then we will have old things that are precious and new things that are precious that are related to the kingdom of heaven. So we have to learn from this and seek the kingdom of heaven. This would be about the parable of the fish. But today I would also like to add about the changing the colloquial Lord's Prayer in Chinese, because we the Pope has specified that each September would be the season of creation in each September every year. And this year the title is Let Justice and Peace Flow. Let justice and peace flow, season of creation. Let justice and peace flow like a mighty river. The title of this year's season of creation, and the title of the creation day, September the 1st, also let justice and peace flow along the mighty river. Here is a very important thing. We want to change. This year we want to change the colloquial Chinese translation of the Lord's Prayer, because there are two mistakes that we need to correct. Here we said God's will be done among humans, but that is narrowing the scope of the Lord's will. In Matthew is the Lord's will be done on earth. In the one Protestant version, the will be done on earth. In the one Anglican version, the Father's will be done on earth. And Orthodox Chinese colloquial translation, may your will be done on earth. So it is all on earth. Only the Catholic colloquial translation would narrow it down to among humans. So we have to bring it back to earth. Earth, God's creation. And if we look at other translation of of the Lord's Prayer. The Japanese translation is earth, English earth, Latin and Italian earth, Spanish earth, and German earth. So it's all translation would talk about God's will be done on earth, not just among humans. So we need to change that back into change that back into your will be done on earth. Change this back to this, and change also your name. May your name be holy. Hallowed be thy name. We must change the Chinese colloquial translation back to holy. Here it's only spread abroad like that. So we hope this year we would be able to bring out the corrected translation and use it so that we can have God, heaven, heaven and earth, God, humans, and earth. So the scope would be include God, humans, and earth. So it will be a broad thing, and the earth would be about the whole of creation. And we want to change back this from your name be spread out to be widespread to your name be holy. So we want to have this change hopefully by this year, and hopefully you will all understand and agree with the change. Okay, God bless.